name is Serg, and today I'm gonna introduce you this device here. It's a foot MIDI controller from BJ Devices company called TB-11P. It's a fully functional MIDI foot controller which can control any of your MIDI controllable devices with MIDI cables or with a USB. There is a smaller version of this controller called TB-6P. It's the same, just less buttons on it. So, I'm gonna show you how this thing works with a great processor for guitarists, Kemper Profiler. Very nice feature about this foot controller that it can be phantom powered with a MIDI cable. So BJ Devices developed this type of MIDI cable with a power jack on it. So you plug your power adapter into this plug and after connect to the MIDI in, and here we go. You don't need extra power wires here and there, so it's phantom powered, which is great. So let me show you the easiest function, which is program change. You can assign and call any preset from your Kemper on any of these buttons in 30 banks, so you can call up to 300 presets right away from your foot controller. Let me show you how this can be done. Choose button type program change. You can see here program 1. When you press it, it calls program number 1. It can be done both in browser and in performance mode. If you need to call other preset on this button number 1, you just run through presets of your Kemper with these up and down buttons. You see, it shows you name of the preset here on the LED display, so you know for sure where you're at, and it shows you bank number and the name. So let's say I want to call program number 10 from this first button here. I just go to 1 to 10, so preset called Blackface Bass, and it always will be on my button number 1. All I need to do now is just save the bank, and here we go. You can call it at any time. This is the program change mode. The next thing is performance mode. As you know, Kemper Profiler has performance like banks with 4 slots in each performance. So you can assign, let's say, 5 and 10 buttons to switch up and down between the performances, and assign, let's say, button from 1 to 4 to choose a slot of the particular performance. I'll show you how it works. So let's go to setup, go to button setup and choose button 10, type as a control change continuous. No, control change continuous. And we need the control change number 48 to switch to go through the performances up. Okay. Now let's go to button number 5 and make it control change continuous with number 49 to go through the performances downwards. Okay, let's see, is it work? Hope. Yeah, it works. You see, example song 2, example song 1. Now let's assign slots. Now we will assign slots from 1 to 4 of a Kemper to the buttons from 1 to 4. We just go to the setup, button setup, choose the button type of button 1 is control change continuous, controller number 50 and message 1. We do the same for these other buttons. Button number 2, control change number 51, for slot number 1, button 3, 52, button 4, 53. So here we go. Let's check. Button number 1, slot number 1, button number 2 calls slot number 2, 3 slot number 3, and button number 4 calls slot number 4, solo duck. Now we change performance to the next example song number 2 and call, let's say, slot number 3, more delay. Slot number 4. See, it works just great. Other buttons still work as a program changed, like we call it program number 6, 7, 8. So in this bank we're like combining program change with the control over performance settings of the Kemper. Okay, now let me tell you about another great feature about this foot controller. It has a shift mode. What is the shift mode? You can assign any of these buttons to put controller into shift mode, and it's like another layer of settings for all 10 buttons. Actually, it's 11 buttons because under the expression button there is another hidden secret button. Yes, and you can assign, let's say, wah-wah pedal to switch functionality of expression pedal from volume to wah-wah, or to whammy pedal to change the pitch of your guitar. So, but now let me tell you about shift mode. To me, I think it's a good idea to set 4 stomp boxes and 4 effect slots which I have in Kemper in shift mode. So in normal mode you choose the program you want to play with, and in shift mode what you have is you will take control over 4 stomp boxes and 4 effects. So how we do this? Let's call button number 5 to put controller into shift mode. Let's go to setup, button setup, button number 5. Okay, and it's gonna be shift button. Okay, now as you can see here we have settings for all 11 buttons in shift mode. Button 1 shift, button 2 shift, etc. To turn on and off stump boxes, let's say we want to turn on stump box number 6 and number 1 with button number 6. We can do it with control change number 17. Control change . Okay, so let's go to the now it's in shift mode, and here we go. So we do the same for other buttons. Button 7 shift mode, controller number 18 for stump box B. Okay, button number 8, controller number 19 for stump box C. Okay, and shift button number 9, controller number 20 for stump box D of Kemper. Okay, let's check how it works. Exit. Now we in shift mode. This LED here show you that you go into shift mode and see first button, button number 6 turns on and off noise gate, stump box A. It's not too obvious, but the second stump box is the EQ. It turns it on. The third stump box C is a boost. And the button number 9 it now activates the phaser stump box D. Okay, it works. Now let's do the same for effect sections of Kemper. Let's set them on buttons number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we go to the button settings in shift mode, and for button 1 we set the control change TG message number 22. Okay, for shift button 2 let's do control change TG number 24. It's for modulation section. Okay, for button 3 shift mode let's set control change number 26 for turn on and off the delays. Okay, and for button 4 in shift mode we're setting control change number 28 for turn on and off reverbs. 8. Okay, let's check, is it working? So here we go, shift mode. Section number 1. The second section is modulation. Chorus. Tones and off. Third section is delay. works perfectly, and the fourth section is a reverb. No reverb. Cool. So now in this shift mode we have control over all 4 stump box sections of Kemper and all 4 effects section of a Kemper. Is it good or good? Another thing we can control from here is a looper. Let's set our buttons from 1 to 4 in a shift mode for control of the looper of a Kemper. Let's go to button setup, button 1 shift mode. Okay, we need it to be NRPN type, NRPN 12588, 12588, and control change number 6 with a 0, control change number 38, 1 and the 0 when we release it. So it's already here. Okay, button number 2, we set it for stop erase function. You can find there is a manual to set the looper control from this controller, especially for the Kemper. It's a bit tricky, but nothing big, so you can make it if you try. Number 99. Okay. Okay, now check. Now let's check, is it work? We go to shift mode with button number 5, and let's try to record and loop something. You see, it works. Now stop and go. Let's try to overdub. Okay, this is how it works. Now let's talk about expression pedal. Expression pedal can control volume or do valve pedal function, or control the morphing function of Kemper, which is pretty cool and pretty exciting to me. So to set what you're gonna do with your expression pedal, go to expression tab and tuner settings, tab display, expression pedal 1, expression pedal 2, expression pedal, it's about external expression pedals you're gonna connect if you need it. Expression on board, now sending control change number 7, which is volume. If we need to send it wah-wah, we set it to control change number 1. Okay, now if we turn on the wah-wah and the Kemper is gonna play. Okay, now let me tell you about the morphing function of a Kemper profiler. Let's say you want to have two settings of reverb in one preset. One is with really small amount of reverb, like this, a little bit more, so it'd be audible, and the other is with a huge amount of echo. Our expression pedal already in morphing mode, so in this upper position we set first setting with a small amount of reverberation. After we press it down, you see that there's a line going here showing that it works. And now we set a really huge amount of canyon kind of echo. And now we can smoothly go from first setting to the second setting with expression pedal. This is how morphing works. Isn't it cool? There is another option about expression pedal. In the Kemper, you can choose from the system menu that your expression pedal can change between, let's say, volume and wah-wah pedal. It means when the wah-wah pedal is off, your expression pedal works at the volume, like this. You need to turn on the switch here. When the wah-wah pedal is off, it works as a volume pedal. When you turn volume all the way down, it starts to show you tuner. When you turn on the wah-wah pedal, it starts to work as a wah-wah. Turn on the wah-wah, it works as the volume pedal again. Cool. Now let me tell you about those LED lines here, those LED stripes. They're not made only for pedal looks cooler, they also have a functionality on it. You can put the tuner here and see tuning of your guitar with those beautiful LED stripes. For this purpose we go to the pedal view, go to display type, pedal view, display type, and tuner scheme. Display type show as a button and show as a tuner. Okay, now let's see what's gonna happen. You see, I play a note on my guitar and here I can tune it with using those LED stripes as a tuner. It's really useful on stage. So you can turn down the volume and just tune your guitar in between songs with a really cool big LED display showing you the tuning of your guitar. Cool, now we're done. So that's about it. Of course there's a lot more of possibilities in this device. If we go in depth we can tweak everything and get much more out of it. But hopefully I've showed you the main functionality of this BJ Devices TB-11P connected to the Kemper Profiler guitar processor. Goodbye, Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to answer them in comments under this video. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.